Hello people, this is CodeGrind and in today's video we'll be creating a function which will enable us to unselect any radio button. So as we know by default we don't HTML doesn't provide us with the functionality of unselecting a radio button, but we will create a JavaScript function which will enable us to unselect it. So let me show you the preview of what we are gonna create over here. So as you can see I'm using custom radio buttons over here. Let me zoom it in a bit. So as you can see, I am using custom radio buttons. If you want to know how to create these kind of radio buttons using CSS, I will put a link in the description box, and you can also see a link above. You can click on it and learn how to make a custom CSS button, radio buttons. So now let me show you what we'll be creating today. So as you can see, I have selected these two radio buttons, and as soon as I click on this clear selection button, it will unselect it like this. So this is what we'll be creating. So let's get straight into it. So to begin with, we'll first create our HTML page, then we will get into designing, and then we will get to the JavaScript part. So let's begin. I have this HTML page over here. Now we will create a form. There won't be any action for it now. So we will be creating two sets of radio buttons. So the first set, let's name it the set 1, and then we'll have our first radio button, the input type radio, then name. I will give it the name of, let's say, tutorial. Here I am using Emmet abbreviations. If you are not familiar with them, then you can watch one of my videos I have already created on Emmet abbreviations. I will give a link in the description below, and you can also see a link above. You can click on them and view the video. So here we have three radio buttons with the name tutorial. We don't need the ID right now. Let's give it the option 1, some breaks, then let it be option 2, then the last one to be option 3. I am using a live server, so as soon as I save this file we will be able to see the changes. So here I have saved the file, and you see we can see the changes. Now let's create the second set. The second set will be completely same, but instead of the name tutorial for the radio buttons, we will be using the name tutorial 2, as we cannot have the same name for two different sets of radio buttons. So here we have two different sets of radio buttons. We have not designed them at all right now. Now what we also need is a button. So let's have a button, but what you always need to keep in mind is that whenever you are using a button inside a form and you don't want it to be a submit button, then you must specify it to be a type is equal to button. Otherwise the page will take it as a submit button, and whenever you click on it the page will just reload. So always keep that in mind. So we have this. Now let's also give some breaks here, and we will have the same button over here also, like this. So now we have this basic HTML page ready with us. Now let's get into the styling part. So I have this index.css file over here. As you can see, let me zoom all this a bit. Yeah, I have this index.css file over here. I will link it to it, and we will do all the designing part in the index.css file only. Yeah, we have it. And for the radio button, custom radio buttons, I have another file, that is the radio.css. I will link it as well. Now as you can see, our radio buttons are customized. Let me zoom it also. Yeah, as you can see, our radio buttons are customized. Now if you see, if I click on clear selection, nothing happens. It's because we haven't provided it with any JavaScript. Now let's just reload it. Yeah, let's get into the styling part now. So for the first thing, what we need to do is we will give the body a font family of sans serif. Yeah, it looks better now. Now we will give some styling to the buttons. Let's say a background of none. Then we can have some border. 1 px solid black will be good. Then we will have some padding of, let's say, top bottom of 5 px and left right of 10 px. Yeah, then some border radius as well of, let's say, 7 pixels. It will be good enough. Now let's give an outline of none, so whenever you click on it, it won't show that weird outline that just looks completely uh, I mean that it doesn't look good if you have an outline when you click on a button. And let's give it a cursor pointer so that it looks clickable. Yeah, this is all we need. Yeah, as you can see, I have zoomed it in a bit so it may look big, but actually its size is like this. I'm zooming it so that you can have a very clear look on it. So now as you can see, our button is very well designed. I'm not getting very hard into designing because we just need to focus on the JavaScript part. Now as you can see, we have our custom radio buttons and the clear selection buttons. So now let's jump into the JavaScript part. So now for the JavaScript part, we will just do it on the bottom of our HTML page. So now we will create a function, let's say a const clear selection function. I will be using arrow functions over here. So if you are not familiar with arrow functions, I will also give an alternative of the normal function. So this is nothing, basically it is just equivalent to something like this. This is a JavaScript function which we use in normal conditions, but if we want to use arrow function, it is this. So they both are exactly equal to each other, but you can use any you can use what you prefer. So I will just comment it out. I will provide the link for this whole file in the description. You can download it from there. Therefore I'm not deleting anything, I'm just commenting it out. So now what we need to do is whenever someone clicks on the clear selection button, this function should be called. So let's give it an on click attribute like this, and we will call our function clear selection whenever the button is clicked. And this should also go to this button. Yeah, so this is all good. Now let's get to the JavaScript. And now first what we will do is we will also pass the name of the radio button set. Like the name here is tutorial of this set, the name is tutorial. So we will pass tutorial whenever this button is clicked, but whenever this button is clicked, we have to pass the name tutorial 2. So I guess you get what we are doing over here. Whenever the button is clicked, like this button is clicked, so we need to pass the name of this set of radio buttons. And whenever the second clear selection button is clicked, we need to send the name of the set 2 radio buttons. So on clicking this, we pass tutorial 2, and on this we pass tutorial, and here we receive it as name. Let's call it name. So in the name, if someone clicks on this button, in the name variable we will have tutorial, and if someone clicks on the second button, in the name variable we will have tutorial 2. So this is how it works. Now we will have an array, and in array we will have, let me show you what we will have over here. We will have all the input buttons with the type of radio and the name of name, like this. After I write it, it will be very clear to you. Yeah, so now what this thing does is it will select all the radio buttons which have this name. That means the name which is passed on button clicking event. So it will be an array. So if someone clicks on this button, we will have all these 3 radio buttons, and if someone clicks on this button, then we will have all these 3 radio buttons in this array of const radio buttons. Now we will run a for each loop for this array. Yeah, here we will run this for each loop. Now what we will do is we will check if each radio button is checked or not. Like if it is checked, then we will just simply uncheck it. Like for unchecking, the JavaScript syntax is variable dot checked is equal to false. So now what it will do is, first we get all the radio buttons in this array. Now we run a for each loop and we get each and every element and we check if the element is checked or not. If it is checked, we just simply uncheck it by this simple line. So this is basically what we need, and you don't need anything else. So this hardly it is of 7 to 8 lines JavaScript code for clear selection button. Now I save it and let's jump to the HTML page, and you can see as I click on this and let's select this, as I click on clear selection over here, it unselects it, and as I click on this, it unselects it. Clear selection, clear selection. So this is basically how clear selection button for radio buttons work. Now if you have any queries regarding it, you can drop a comment on the comments box and I will definitely clear every one of your queries. So don't forget to subscribe for more such amazing tutorials on CSS and JavaScript, and thank you for watching.